Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much. We've seen too much. We've been through too much. We're experiencing way too much. God has revealed himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy, Slim. SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised. All you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you're fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word, man. People want to pick fight with God and still expect him to help you. Like, how does that work? Like, how would you feel if somebody disrespected you? If somebody called you out your name? If somebody said that they didn't trust you? If somebody blamed you for all their problems? If somebody didn't believe in you? If somebody didn't accept you for who you are? If somebody didn't give you an opportunity, yet they still expected a service or a good or recognition or love, in a sense? Like, that would be asinine. That wouldn't even make sense, bro, to comply with somebody who has been disrespectful, bro, and threatening to you. And it's a lot of times like people are picking fights with God. They're arguing with God. They blaming God. They cursing God out. They leaving God on the back burner. They don't bring him up unless they forced to. They don't go to church unless they made to. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of times people go through life and they only need God when they need him. You know what I'm saying? They only want God when they want him, but they still expect him to answer your prayer, answer the call, perform a miracle right away as soon as you say it. And people make demands. They give God ultimatums. They tell him what they're not going to do. They tell him, you know what I'm saying, what's going to happen, all these things. And then we still expect God to give us all and give us our way. And God's so great and he's so just that he will still wake you up and give you an opportunity to see a better day, another day, so you can be better than what you was on yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But people get up and they continue to do the same thing. How can you blame God when he's the only reason why we have anything good? The darkness, the sins, those things, that man, it was already here. And then when he created his good creatures and all these things and us in his image and the animals and all these things, man, us people, we have free will. We have a right and a choice to make a decision, whether it be wrong or right. There's nobody here stopping us from doing what we want to do unless you're in a situation where you are. You know what I'm saying? But we all have the same opportunity to be affected by life. You know what I'm saying? Life just not bothering you and nobody else. Life just not picking on you and nobody else. No, that's not the case, man. We don't blame and we shouldn't blame God for the bad and the negative that happens in our life. Rather, we should bring the bad and the negative that happens in our life to God so he can help us get through it and help us deal with it and help us see the lesson or the reason or the season and whatever times that we're going through. But what we can't do is just continue to blame God and make him a scapegoat for even our decisions that we made and that has residual consequences and effects because of our actions. Or we can't blame them for what other people do in their lives. This world is cold, you feel me? But it's fair. And I mean that in the sense of just the cosmic energy, cosmic law, all these things. Like, you can't cheat the energy, you can't cheat God, you can't cheat the universe, you can't cheat life. You're going to get out what you put in. And just because things come your way, because you attacked, because you wrong, because you dealing with a hard time or unfavorable time, or you in a situation that I know, you know, none of us asked to be here. None of us asked to be born, none of these things. So why would we be exposed to this cold, dark world, you feel me, just to suffer, just to hurt, just to be confused, just to go through life in pain, just to be miserable, just to be unhappy? No, man. Like, God gives life to us all, and he wants you to see that no matter what life brings to you, he is above all. And if you follow him and you worship him and you praise him and you trust him, then you can overcome life too, and then see the good in life. You can see your minutes here and your purpose here and your calling here and how it can brighten up your life. It can brighten up your days. You can see the happiness that waits for you. You can see all these things that are waiting for you once you turn your mind and your perspective from the negativity, from the BS. Because when we look at it, yes, man, a lot of things is going to happen to you. A lot of things is going to come up. You're going to be a target. You're going to be opposed. You're going to be objected. You're going to be denied. You're going to be shunned. All these things, and that's because you do carry the light. That's because you do carry a purpose. That's because you do carry your weight in gold. And all these things that are put your way and sent your way is just meant to refine you, because at the end of the day, if we know that we're going to end up back in God's hand, we're going to end up in paradise, that should give you, that should give you some wiggle room to be able to really just find your happiness down here on earth and find your heaven right here on earth. And you got to look within yourself, and you got to go to the deepest place that you have inside of you in order to reach your spirit, man, your higher self, in order to give you the perspective that, look, man, God is not against me. It's not against me. He's not picking on me. He's not allowing life and the enemy just to do what they want to do, and it don't have no consequences. They don't have no say. God's not allowing people around you to come up doing the wrong things and living life the wrong way, and they winning by sinning. And he wants you to not look at that and be like, well, man, like, they doing what they want to do. They saying what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? They acting and living how they want to live, and they still got this, they still got that. No, bro, like, if you're looking to get the material things, if you're looking to get gratification, if you're looking to get these temporary fixes, then go ahead, do what you want. But if you want eternal happiness, if you want eternal joy, if you want an abundance and overflow, both here and after, if you want generational curses and strongholds to be broken and severed, and all these demonic ties to be written and burned and scorched from your life, then you need to go to God, because that's the only person that could give way to the desires of your heart and the manifestations of your dreams. Like, it's going to be a lot going against you, bro. Like, we're going against rulers and dark lords in high places. Like, people forget about that God is not the enemy. The enemy is sin. The enemy is addiction. The enemy is lust. The enemy is anger. The enemy is all these things that lie in the background, and they get in the person, and the person act out, and then we get mad at the person. Yes, the person has responsibility, but if you want to help the person, pray against the sin. Pray against what's afflicting them and what's afflicting you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the best way to defeat darkness, and is to overcome it with light. Like, when God came and he first saw this void, shapeless place with acid and all this darkness, how he cured it was said, let it be light. He's done nothing but love. He's done nothing but give us a better way and a better day. He's done nothing but give us guidance. He's done nothing but give us a calling and a purpose when the world counted us out, and when the world said we had no value, we had no place in society. Your place is to be a part of the system, and then you die, and then you go to oblivion. That's what the world wants you to believe. But no, everything that you do and don't do has consequences, and it holds weight. So if you want to argue with God, if you want to get into it with him, do it like Jacob did. Like, he ain't let him go. You know, and that's the difference. He was saying, God, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. I'm not going to let you go until you reveal yourself to me. I'm not going to let you go until you talk to me. I'm not going to let you go until you show yourself to me. I'm not going to let you go until the desires of my heart are met. And even still, I'm going to continue to cling on tighter to you. But if you're going to argue and fight and fuss with God, do it over those reasons. Argue about what you're going to do, you know, for him. Fuss about you wanting more responsibility and more accountability over your life. You know what I'm saying? Go to him and fight about, like, I need more control. Like, I want to be the one doing things. I want to be the one in position to be a blessing, to be a lender, to be a helper, to be an assistant, to be a server. So I'm going to fuss with you and I'm going to fight with you until you put me in a position, until you put me in around the right people, give me the right resources, the right connections, the right network in order for me to fulfill this. That's the way you fight with God. That's the way you argue with God. But usually, man, if you really sit down and have a conversation with God, it's hard to really be like that in his presence. Like, you can be upset, you can be mad, and even at him sometimes, but once you get to talking and once you get to listening, you start realizing, like, nah, he on my side. Life happens to us all. Like, life has a life of its own. You understand what I'm saying? So it's programmed to do what it do. And it don't show no favoritism. It don't show no biasness. It don't show no prejudice. Life will come and tear you up. Or it'll come exalt you regardless of what color you are, how old you are, where you come from, what you believe in. But how you make it personal and how you make your life live with intent and with motive and with direction, you got to get with God, and then he's going to show you, this is what you do. This is how you behave. This is what you say. This is what you look forward to. This is what you feel. This is what you should see. And then he'll start giving you direction and guidance, and then you'll start being able to look at life and be like, you know what, man, you just doing your job. I can't even be mad with you. You know what, enemy? You just doing your job. I can't even be mad. You know what I'm saying? Then you start feeling like that for real. And then you become unbeatable. You become impenetrable, because like the world can affect you, but it can't plant no seeds. You know what I'm saying? It can't get in to really plant a seed, and then it take root, and then it's messing up the way you dream, it's messing up the way you think, it's messing up the way you live, it's messing up the way you perceive the world, it's messing up your relationship with God. Like you get to a certain point with God, like God is not going to lose you. He's not going to let you go. He's not going to let the world devour you. None of that. He's going to keep you protected from the enemy. But it takes you going back and forth, because you can't go up to somebody that you don't know and then ask them for all this wild stuff. No, you got to build a relationship. I don't know nobody that's going on no first date asking for their rent to be paid, all these things, bro. No, you got to develop a relationship, a friendship, communication. You got to develop a trust. You got to develop a rapport in order to even get your demands and commands from being small to something grand. And then you get to a point to where you don't even ask for yourself. That's how close you want to be with God, because you already know he's doing exactly what he told you he was going to do. You already know he's taking care of things before you can even ask for it, or before you even know it's a problem. So what you focusing on is, how do I get to the best version of myself? How do I get to my best day? How do I get to this peace beyond understanding? And how do I stay here? How do I keep this flow and this motion going? How do I stay in the know? How do I stay in a posture to where I'm not only able to receive you, God, but I want to be able to share you and give you to others too. So once you get like that, you realize, man, ain't no need to fight, ain't no need to fuss with God, ain't no need to be upset with God, ain't no need to be mad with God when you're in his presence and you see and understand all the things that he's been doing for you this whole time. You understand the plans that he has for you, you know what I'm saying, coming up in the near future, and then you understand that he's allowing you to do something in this lifetime that's going to affect generations to come. Man, you chill and you be like, okay, God, what we got going on next? Where we about to go now? What you need me to do now? But you just can't do it. Like you can't pick a fight with God and just expect him to help you, or you can't blame God and then you expect him to continue to see you through. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do his thing, but if you want a closer relationship, if you want an intimate relationship, if you want a relationship to where there's not a separation, no heaven and earth, the space in between, none of that, life or death, none of it can separate you. And God is constantly with you. He's constantly in your ear. He's constantly in your presence, in your life. He's surrounding you. He got you through and through. That takes that constant communication with him, and that's how you develop a rapport in a relationship, so you won't be mad, so you won't be upset. And if you are mad and upset, then you know who you upset and mad at, because we know the enemy comes against us, what, to kill, steal, and destroy. So when stuff is being stolen, it's being destroyed, things are dying in our life, why don't you go get mad at the enemy? Why you go straight to, that don't make sense to me. The enemy tells you what he's trying to do. God tells you what the enemy's trying to do, and yet when the things go wrong in your life, you go and blame God. That makes no sense when the enemy is saying, I'm doing this. He ain't even hiding his hand. You know a chaos agent when you feel him, when you see him, when you hear him, when you know him. And despite the physical form that the enemy may come in, we already know that spirit. So when you feel that spirit, man, you got to pray against it, fight against it, and rebuke it, and just continue to give your praise and your thanks to God that he going to make all things clear and all roads straight. But, man, stop picking a fight with that man, and just really sit down and just see what he got for you, and you'll understand all that anger, all that frustration is gonna melt right off your back, man. Until next time, Slim.